guys, so I have another Christmas wreath for you. There's gonna be a lot of wreath videos because they're just so much fun to make. They're my favorite thing to make. So this is a little wreath from Walmart, and it was really inexpensive. It was only $3.48, but the Walmart wreaths can be they can be a little skimpy, but I'm going to show you how we can beef this wreath up and make it look like a really nice high-end wreath. So I'm just taking some greenery. Now I got the greenery, some came from Walmart and some of the picks you see came from Hobby Lobby. So the first thing I'm doing here is just fluffing up the Walmart wreath by itself, just pulling the branches up. I pull them up and out. And that just seems to be a good way to get it nice and fluffed up there. So we got that done. So you see how the wreath is all nice and fluffed up. It's not flat anymore. I got a little bit of a sore throat today, guys. I'm sorry. It's the weather. The change in weather always does this to me. I'm just taking some of the clippings there, as you see. Now that was just one pick from Hobby Lobby. And those are my wire cutters from Ace Hardware. They're really nice wire cutters. I just wanted to show that to you really quick. In case you're in the market for some, those are really nice. So just going in a clockwise direction, I'm taking some of the greenery pick from Hobby Lobby and I'm just putting some hot glue on it. And this is how we're going to take that really inexpensive Walmart wreath and make it look like a high-end wreath. Just by adding some greenery, and you'll see the transformation. It's really pretty great. And you see those bells off to the right side of the screen? Pay no mind to those. Just pretend they're not there. I was going to use them, but then I decided not to. I said, I think I'm gonna do this wreath a little bit different. I have some berries that I'm gonna add to the wreath, and I just thought that the bells with the berries, I just thought it was gonna be a little much. So I decided not to use those bells. So just pretend they're not there. So I had cut that pick into 4 pieces, and I'm just spacing it out around this wreath here. And I'm just adding it all in just to add some more interest and some more texture to the wreath. Plus, it makes these wreaths look a lot more high end if you add different types of greenery to them. And some of those, some of these high end wreaths, guys, that I've been looking at, like on Pottery Barn, and even just some online on Amazon, they can be really expensive. So you can get the same look by buying an inexpensive wreath from like Walmart and getting some of the picks from Hobby Lobby, especially since they're all half off now. And you can really make yourself a nice high-end looking wreath for a lot less than what you would buy one for. So I just like to share things with you like that. So now we're going to take the other greenery and we're going to cut it up and add it into this nice little wreath here, and it just turns out so pretty. And when I was making this video, I said to myself, I almost don't even need to add the berries because it was just pretty by itself as it is. And I know that a lot of people like those just all natural looking wreaths, and I do too. But I don't know. I got some of these red berries and I just thought they were so pretty. So, and red and green just look so pretty together. So I just put some berries on here. But just showing you how I just cut it into all different pieces and then just tuck it in. And it just really makes the wreath look so nice. And that pig there had little pine cones already on it, so that was great. That worked out well. But even with just those couple of picks in there, you can see how the wreath is really transforming. And now that we've got the majority of them in, look at how pretty that wreath is. And that was just a Walmart wreath that I just paid $3.48 for. And look at how pretty it is now. And all we did was we fluffed it up and we just added 3 picks of greenery. And it just looks so pretty. So we've got this really pretty natural looking wreath here right now for maybe $10. So that's really great. So just trying to tidy, and there's our little berries. Now, you see how the berries really call to me. Look at how bright and red they are, and they just look so pretty. And that was the ribbon I wanted to put on the wreath, and there's red in the ribbon. So that's why I say, you know, I'm definitely going to add some red into here. And so I did use 3 of those berry picks there from Hobby Lobby, and look at how pretty. That is just so pretty. I love the red and the green. I just think that's so wonderful. So I was born on Christmas Eve, guys, and I just gravitate towards red and green. Red, green, and white. Red, green, and yellow. Those just are the colors I tend to gravitate to. I think it's just something that you have to accept when you're a Christmas Eve baby, that you're just going to gravitate towards Christmas colors. I don't know. But just putting on some hot glue and tucking him in and just making sure I get it all spaced out. Look at how pretty those berries are. Oh my goodness, I love that. I just think they look so pretty. And I wasn't sure how many picks I was going to use at first. I bought 3. And I was like, maybe I'll use them all. Maybe I'll make it a little bit more sparse. I'm not sure. But then when I got going, I was like, let's just keep adding them. They're just really pretty. Let's add more. So I do it in like a zigzag. If you can tell there, like with the berries, they're in a little bit of like an S shape, like a zigzag. And if you're ever making, there you go. If you're ever making your wreath, guys, and you're not sure where to put things, just go for like an S shape, like a zigzag, and it'll just start looking nice. It'll come to you. So that's another pick there, because again, why not add some more berries? And you know, that there by itself, I mean, you could just hang it like that on your front door and it would be beautiful. I am gravitating towards a lot more of a natural look. I've done so many wreaths over the years, guys, and you know, I've done the big glittery with the bulbs and this, that, you know, I've done all those, and they're pretty. I like them. There's nothing wrong with that, you know, especially if you're going to like maybe a, you know, a winter gala or a company Christmas party and you want this big glamorous Christmas wreath. Hey, there's nothing wrong with that. But when it comes to like my home and my front door, I am gravitating towards natural and simplicity. That's what I tend to go with when it comes to my home. It's just cozy, you know, trying to get all those little glue strands. There's so many, just gotta pull them off. And just making sure he's all tucked in there nice and safe. There we go. Getting them off my fingers. They're just these little glue strands. I'm sure you guys know. If you're a crafter, you're familiar with all the hot glue strands that get everywhere. It's really not something you can help. You just pull them off as you see them. But do you see where I thought that maybe the bells would have been a little much? So that's why I kept them over there. I decided not to go with them. So I'm just taking that ribbon, and that ribbon came from Hobby Lobby. And I told you guys, I really like plaid ribbons. Plaid ribbon is like my favorite. I just like the warmth of it. I just think they're so cozy and pretty. And so I do buy a lot of the plaid ribbon. So just taking a little pipe cleaner and securing him. Now, I am going to add another ribbon to him. So that's why I didn't do a middle section on the bow, because we're going to be adding another bow to him. I like to do multiple ribbons, and for my bows, I like to do at least 2 ribbons. Sometimes, not all the time, but I do like to put multiple different types of ribbon together. I just think they complement each other and they're pretty, and I just really like those red berries, so I wanted to add some more red. So I just took a little bit of hot glue a moment ago, and I put it on the back of my wreath there, just because I did sell this wreath. And so whenever I give wreaths away or I sell them, I do like to make sure that things are really secure. So I will add a little extra glue to the pipe cleaner, to whatever I decorate it with, just because, again, I sold this wreath and I wanted to make sure that it was very secure. So now I am just fluffing out the bow, fluffing out the loops. Don't those 2 ribbons look so pretty together? I love them together. I think they just really complement each other, and I really like I just like how they go together. So just dovetailing the ends there. But I did decide to name the little kitty cat Charlotte, because she reminds me of Charlotte from Charlotte's Web with Wilbur. She's just such a sweet little gentle soul that I thought Charlotte was a perfect name for her. So I will give you guys videos and pictures and updates of her, because she is on the mend. She is putting on weight too, which is really nice, because she was thin when I first got her, but she's putting on weight. So I'm very happy to report that. It's a process. So I said, there's some white in those ribbons. And I had bought all these berries. So I said, let's add some white berries. I didn't add the bells, but we're going to add some more berries, because when I put these little white berries on here, guys, it just really made this wreath pop. And I've told you guys, like before, like in my experience with making florals and making wreaths, that whenever you add in white, all of your colors just pop. It just makes it so bright, and it just adds something to it. See there? Look at how pretty those white berries look on there. Just by adding in the white berries, it just takes it to a whole different level. And the woman who purchased this wreath, she just fell in love with it. And I think it was because of the white berries, I really do. And so now I'm fiddling with the berries to make sure that they go in the direction I want them to go into. I fiddle with everything, guys. I'm very particular about things. It's a gift and a curse. So I added in some of those little white berries, and I just think that really looks pretty. So I decided, let's add some more. We added some more of the red. Let's add some more of the white. And this just turned out really nice. I hope you guys like this. I really do. I just like to give you ideas, and you know, just by taking that inexpensive Walmart wreath, that's just an inexpensive Walmart wreath, and look at what we've done to it. And I really like taking things that are inexpensive and making them look more high end. And that's why I also like to upcycle. And that's just, I don't know, I don't like paying so much money for things, because sometimes things are really expensive. And I don't know. I grew up really frugal, and so I guess I just still am. So I just like to, you know, do things for less expensive. So we have all the berries on there, and I didn't want to make this video too long. So I did edit and chop a little bit, because some of my videos have been really long, and you know, that's okay sometimes, but then, you know, other times I just kind of want to do, you know, some shortened ones, because you know, some people like the long videos, some people don't like the long videos. So I try to make something for everybody. And so I just had 3 little pine cones on hand. So I decided to just add those to the wreath as well. I need to get some more pine cones. It's on my list. And I go through a lot of them. I have, when I cleaned out my craft stash here recently, and I realized I'm low on some supplies. So I will have to be going to Dollar Tree and to Hobby Lobby and Walmart and replacing some of my supplies for they're like little wreath accessories, you know, the little pine cones and berries and stuff. So I'm gonna have to get a few more of those. And that's why I use a lot of glue in this video, guys, because again, if I'm selling a wreath, and I have sold many of them over the years, I really do make sure that they are secure. So I think that this wreath is just turning out really pretty. I hope you guys do too. And I just had a little piece of greenery, and so I said, I'm going to put it in the little middle of that bow there, because I just wanted to make the bow really happy and special. And so I had that little teeny weeny little pine cone and a couple of little berries that fell off. And I said, I'm just going to dress up the little middle of the bow there. I wanted to do something special with the little bow. So I'm just tucking in some little greenery right there. And it seems like when I bend over into this video, it gets a little blurry. So I'm not sure why that happens, but it seems to correct itself pretty quickly. So that's good. So just putting a little bit of hot glue on there. Just tucking him all in nicely. Adding in some little berries. And getting some more of those little glue strands off. They're almost like cobwebs. You know that? That's kind of what they remind me of. They're just like little cobwebs that you just have to constantly just wipe away and be on the lookout for. And so that was the video, guys, and I'm going to show you a picture here in just a moment of what it all looks like. All right, so I hope you guys really liked this video, and I hope that I gave you some ideas, and I hope that you really like this wreath. I think she turned out so pretty. And until next time, guys, I will see you in the next video. Take care. I'll see you later.